Welcome back to the Nerd Effect News Show. We're on episode 26. I'm one of your anchors, Justin Vancour, joined by my buddies
Mac Mogan,
Mason Ireland,
Nikki Prindle.
Yay! Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, PJ,
Awesome.
How about you?
How you been?
Fallout 4.
That's
Anything else?
Fallout 4. That's an emotion. It's fine.
It's okay, Mason. We understand.
Fallout 4.
Yeah.
That's going to be his answer to everything tonight.
That's going to be his Hodor
Is that,
for the whole rest of the show.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
is that your news too?
Fallout 4.
Yay.
Um,
I am Groot. Fallout 4. Hodor. Now, I want to hear that conversation. Meep, 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 meep.
that's my beaker.
Thanks for telling us. I wouldn't have known otherwise, actually.
Sorry, creepy ass picture popped up on the TV behind you.
For those of you who don't know, we have a holiday screensaver. We're at the office where we work, and there's a holiday screensaver going on behind us. And
There was like a creepy ass little girl who looked like she was ready to murder her mother, watching her mother decorate the Christmas tree with fire.
hello, mother.
It was really, really creepy.
Here's my Yuletide.
Yeah, no, she looked like she was about to just bitch slap one of the... Have you heard the Lonely Islands? Lonely Islands
Throw it
song?
to the ground.
Yeah, that's exactly what... Sorry. Merry Christmas to the ground!
Oh, yeah. That's a funny song. Mike, how you been?
Good. Work is good. It says something about being on a job where you can make a grown man cry because he is so happy for the way you've been able to help him out. So I'm pretty good with this job.
Add that to
Good
your
job, buddy.
resume.
Made a grown man cry
Yeah,
with
yeah,
customer
yeah,
service. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
Huh?
What was? Can I ask the reason?
Well, yeah, I can't say where I work because, reasons. But it is with a customer service for a credit card company.
Oh, okay.
And the situation the guy was in is he needed a rental car. And the only way they could do a rental car is to put a deposit on his credit card. Which he had the money, but it wasn't on his credit card. And it normally takes like you do a payment on the credit card, and then it takes the day to process, and then the funds show up at 8 a.m. the next day. And I ended up just getting the funds available for him immediately. I had to, go through this hoop and that hoop, and it just took a while, but made it happen.
Good job, buddy.
I could hear it in the guy's voice when I told him that the funds were available, and he was ready to cry.
Aww.
So it was pretty amazing.
Warm fuzzy
Must
feelings.
have had to get someplace important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't dig into the details on that.
I know, but I'm just thinking of the two main reasons I could think of that somebody would cry because they couldn't get a rental car immediately would be a funeral or a wedding.
Yeah.
Those
Or
are the only two things I could come up with.
someone's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, some sort
But
of
it's
emergency
something
situation.
Yeah.
Dire. That's good that you were able to help him out.
Yeah. Oh, and so Jessica Jones is up on Netflix.
Oh yeah, has anyone watched that
I
yet?
haven't yet.
I'm
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
4 episodes in.
Is it good?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So Daredevil's very action and fighty and da-da-da, and this one's very psychological.
Oh, cool. I
Yeah.
might watch that then.
Oh my god, Tenet is just, oh my god.
Oh, I forgot Tenet was in it.
They get the first episode, you don't even see him for more than 5 seconds. But
It's
his
enough.
presence is so well felt. And there's only one scene where you can recognize him.
Neat.
Yeah. And it's a half a second.
They're like, we know why you nerds are here.
Yeah.
We're not going to give it to you yet.
So, so basically, Jessica Jones is laying on her desk. She's drunk, passed out asleep. And you see this hand come over and move her hair aside. And then
Whoa.
Tennant lean over and lick the side of her face. And then she jumps up and nobody's there.
He licks her face.
Yes. So you see this Tennant's face just kind of come down, lick her face, and then
Bad
he's
touch.
gone. And
That
it's
is bad touch,
whoa.
David Tennant. It's bad touch.
Oh, bad touch. I thought you
Yeah.
said bad Dutch. I'm like,
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm actually impressed with it. They got a really good story going with it.
Cool.
He
Good.
licks her face.
Good.
Now I have to watch it.
yeah, I actually saw some post that somebody had posted that I guess there's a particular group of hardcore Whovians that are having a really hard time dealing with David Tennant as a bad guy.
They have... hardcore Whovians have problems with a lot of changes.
That's true.
Yeah.
they do.
Like, once you've become a thing that we've decided is ours, you are not allowed to change ever. Ever. Ever.
I was going to say, I thought David Tennant did an awesome job in Broadchurch.
Broadchurch is amazing.
I meant
Season 1 and
ours
season
in,
2.
like, the, kingly,
Right.
not, like, literally.
And he's on the Americanized version too, Grace
Yeah.
Point.
Yeah.
Like he
Not
plays
as
the
good,
exact
by the way.
same guy, only in California
Yeah.
What's her
with
face?
an American accent.
What's her face from Dexter was in that, too.
Grace Point?
Yeah.
I never saw Dexter.
Oh my god, we're fighting!
We've known this for years.
I thought
I actually
you would've
watched like 3
it by
episodes.
now.
I've watched 3 episodes of it and then I never went back.
I couldn't go back to either Dexter or Breaking Bad.
If my
Like,
yarn
I just-
weren't attached to the thing I'm working on right now, I would throw it at your face.
That's
I
harsh.
I couldn't get into
It's soft, it's fine.
into Dexter or Breaking Bad. I just couldn't do it.
They're both so good.
Nip Tuck was really good though.
I totally have a Los Pollos Hermanos apron here
Yes,
at
you
the
do.
office. Yeah. Supposed to work on a painting project, and I didn't want to ruin my clothes, and there's a kitty on the TV again. Shut up.
Right. That one looks like Raisin.
Raisin?
Looks kind of. Well, I have no Raisin's gray, huh?
Raisin's all gray. That looked a
Yeah.
little Zeusy. Nah.
Oh yeah, we also discovered that the next cat Nikki gets needs to be named Riker.
Yes, and I will call him number 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Make him a collar that looks like a red shirt, like a Star Trek shirt.
Has the red and black
Yeah.
TNG
Yep.
shirt.
And then the jingly thing's gonna look like a comm badge.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's been decided. Like, basically, when I get my own place and can have a second cat, Zeus is getting a brother named Riker.
Okay.
Yeah, we
This
all
isn't
know.
even
We all
a
know
question.
Riker loves the pussy.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Riker might be a girl, actually.
Then you have to find a lesbian cat. Yeah. The Riker kitty
But-
has to love the pussy.
But, I mean, Riker is a pussy, so...
So
And all
therefore-
cats do love themselves. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, this is my point. If there's one thing cats love, it is definitely themselves.
Yeah.
And then also food.
If I was a cat, I would lick myself all day just so I could say, I'm licking pussy.
But you're a cat, so you wouldn't be able to say it.
Damn it. I knew there was a flaw in that plan somewhere.
A really big one.
Or just get your lower ribs removed and start taking yoga classes, and you'll get there.
I don't.
No.
I don't have a pussy, so I can't say that.
That's true.
No.
Well, there are
That would-
surgeries.
No.
That is way too commitment just to be able to
No.
say in a joke.
So much nope.
Commitment, pain, money.
Nope.
Nope.
So much nope.
Mason, how's your week been?
Pretty good.
I like that you.
It's not the answer I expected, but
Fallout 4?
yeah. In other words, pretty good.
Yeah.
The end.
There has unfortunately been times where I had to stop playing Fallout 4 for things like work and sleep. Those weren't so good times.
In bathroom and food.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I stop and leave my console when those things happen. He said that in a way
Console
where
plebeian? Shh, no, PC Master Race, thank you.
God damn it.
And I would like to point out that
Oh,
I don't-
laptops are portable, so you can take them in the bathroom with you.
that's true.
Guess I'm help modify the toilet for a mouse, though.
Maybe you could set up your laptop to be a remote access for your desktop.
Yeah, just set it up to be a stream for the controls and the
You could set up one of those
video.
desks like in the big conference classrooms at BSU that just like fold up from the side and go over.
Yeah,
Put one of those on your toilet.
never have to leave.
Put an outlet underneath the toilet paper.
I didn't need to do that. Like, there's one right around the corner. by
Oh,
the
that's
toilet.
nice.
Yeah,
That's handy.
For the hairdryer and
for the
stuff.
hairdryer and stuff. Yeah, but
It's just, I mean, something you could reach easily
Yeah.
is what I was thinking.
Well, you just plug it in before you sit down.
anyway. Yeah, there have been times when I have not been able to play Fallout 4. Those times weren't so good, but the rest of the time I've been playing Fallout 4, and those times were very good.
You've seen the the mod where you launch nuclear teddy bears and it goes
Yes!
John Cena.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I do not think that will be one I'm picking up.
No, the teddy bears explode. They are fucking hardcore. But they're teddy bears.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But I need the teddy bears for the cloth.
But you can launch them out of your gun and they explode really
But
cool.
I need the teddy bears for the cloth for the crafting.
But they're nuclear.
But I need the teddy bears for cloth for the crafting.
But they explode.
I have a lot of bases. But
they
we'll get
explode.
into all your base are mine.
But Mason, you're clearly not understanding what we're saying here. The teddy bears explode big exploding.
Big bada boom.
Big bada boom. But it's a teddy bear. You don't. I think that if you watch the video, you'd really understand where we're coming from here, because it's pretty great.
So anyway,
Nikki, how's your week?
It's fine. I'd like just to really quick quantify our loopiness by saying we are recording in the exact opposite time of when we usually do.
yes.
Like, instead of 11 at night, it's 11 in Evil Daystar time right now.
Yes.
Like, we love you guys so much that I had a kitty making biscuits on me, and I got up to come here. This is how much we love you guys. That's how I am.
I'm up at this early anyway.
I am too, but that
Just-
doesn't mean I'm not, like, in my pajamas eating breakfast. I grabbed cold pizza on my way out the fucking door. That is not breakfast.
I have an almost 4-year-old.
I
It
mean,
wakes me up in the morning.
whose fault is that, though, really? You
My
knew what you were
penis
doing. Yeah, it's its
Yeah.
own entity now.
Breakfast definitions, God.
Well,
If
here's
it's
the thing: is
edible and it goes in my stomach and it's
No,
morning
but
time, it's breakfast.
I really like making MacGyver breakfast, is what I call it. Where basically it's like, these are the vegetables I have, these are the spices I have. Let's throw them in a pan with delicious, delicious ramen noodles and eggs, and then sit there and be happy and eat it while we drink our coffee. And kitties try and steal the food from us, and that's what I do on weekends, and it's great. I didn't do that this morning. Might do it for lunch.
You'll have time.
Made oatmeal at home. Like actual oatmeal.
I want to like oatmeal, and I never can. Like, I bring it to work with me because I'm like, oh, I don't have time to eat breakfast, I'll eat it at work, and I bring oatmeal, and I'm like, or I could just not eat breakfast. That's good. Like, I choose that over oatmeal.
I like oatmeal.
I don't.
Oatmeal's tasty. With the butter
It's
and the brown
gooey.
sugar and then
It's gooey.
Dice up some apples and
yeah.
some cinnamon.
It's gooey.
And you mix that all together and it's nom nom nom.
The apples
And
make it crunchy.
And it's warm.
Or some
I
walnuts.
like savory breakfast. I don't like sweet breakfast. Like, sweet breakfast is a thing you have as a snack.
Then just add butter, some milk. Probably throw some spices in it.
Or you get the stuff that comes in the pouch with all that in it and just add hot water because you're at work and don't have a stove.
Yeah.
And again, it's gooey.
I just
Each
ate a
their own, I
Snickers
guess.
and called it good.
I would take that
Hungry?
over oatmeal.
Have a Snickers.
I would take that over oatmeal. Yeah.
So, yes. Anyway,
Yeah. So Nikki's good.
My week's been good. Playing lots of Far
no
Cry.
one cares.
I'm
No, I'm just kidding.
crocheting
Cry.
960 granny squares by Christmas because I love my brother. Did you notice my tone? That's the
I
tone
did.
I use when I have to convince myself of things.
Be
Yes.
3 inches of callus that are gonna follow. Yeah, Far Cry, school. It's the last week we had until, which is why I didn't get the initiative up this week. I had to read like 100 pages out of a book. I had to
Oh yeah,
make
how'd
a,
your presentation go?
make a PowerPoint. Oh, well, it wasn't the
You
final.
should tell them what your PowerPoint is.
So for class,
I gotta see it. It's
so
great.
for class, I did. We had to do a PowerPoint presentation on a inspirational figure of some sort.
Okay.
Because the class that we're doing is one of those. I'm only taking one class this semester, but the class is one of those like you can't avoid it. You just have to take it. But
Yeah.
they're
Like the university level classes
Uh,
that they require
yes.
now.
yeah, it's like an introduction to basically college learning, or whatever it is, and
It's
you
a
can
good
choose
review
from
if it's
different
been a while
themes.
since you've been in school.
Yeah, you can choose from different themes. You can choose from like post-apocalyptic survival, or the one I did was heroes and villains.
Yeah, these are
Cool
classes.
themes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them. So, believe me, that's only about maybe 25% of the class. That helps you, but
I think they're just trying to get people excited about having to sign up for them
yeah,
by
it's
making them sound
definitely
cooler
what it
than
is.
they are.
So my inspirational figure was Bill Nye,
Nice.
and I did a PowerPoint presentation.
A very
on Bill
good
Nye.
PowerPoint presentation.
Thank you.
That looked really snazzy. He chose a really sciencey looking theme.
I did.
It looked pretty cool.
I will tell you right now, there are some people who just either A, have no idea what the fuck they're doing, or give absolutely zero fucks of what they're trying to
It's
present.
probably zero fucks.
Because we had to do this was the peer review version of it. So before the final, you have your peers go in and view it. So we go in and view it, and I'm like, this person did not follow a single goddamn instruction that was assigned to them at all.
Yeah.
I think at
I
this
don't know how to
point-
I don't know how to tell this person this, but they suck. I don't know you.
I think
but
at this point in society, pretty much everyone under the age of 40 knows how to PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably just lack of fucks.
and this is a major part of your grade too, which is
Yeah.
I don't know,
It's lack of
Please get
fucks.
degrees.
20% of your grade.
It's okay, buddy. You're just gonna get the best grade in the class because your PowerPoint was great.
I'll bend that curve.
Oh no, make that curve your bitch.
Yeah.
Is that a curve in your pants? Just happy to see me.
No,
Yeah.
no,
It is the banana on my head.
no.
What?
Stop saying words, please.
So, banana.
League of Legends joke.
Why, yes, it is.
All of you, stop saying words right now. Just stop. I can't.
Yes, it is a banana in my pocket because I have lunch. I have to have it for lunch.
Bah.
It's a very irresponsible way to store a banana.
I know.
Have you guys seen the banana cases that you can buy? Groupon
Yes.
keeps telling me that they have them, and I'm like, that's not for bananas. I know what that's for.
Yeah, you should read the Amazon reviews of them.
Yeah.
They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, they are pretty amazing. Did you see somebody... You know that guy that always goes onto like Facebook pages and pretends to actually work for the company and respond to people being idiots in the
Oh,
comment
yeah,
section?
yeah.
Somebody did that for that, and it was like people kept making dirty comments about the product, and this guy was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's great for blah blah blah. Like one person was like, oh yeah, I'm sure the teacher would love it when my child pulls this out of their lunch bag. And he's like, oh yeah, their teacher would be super excited about the responsibility they're showing in their snack choices. It was really funny.
Oh,
It was great.
okay.
All right. Are you ready?
We're ready.
All right, shall we? There we
Face is ready. Oh.
Kai Bai Bo.
Oh, damn, son.
Justin just took us out in one fell
Obliterated.
swoop.
That was my nuclear teddy bear John Cena moment. right there.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna start calling things my nuclear teddy bear. That is my nuclear teddy bear.
Okay.
We should probably link that video for people who might not have seen it. The nuclear teddy bear video.
Have we not saved it? Have we not put it on the Nerd Effect
Well, we
page
have.
yet?
That doesn't mean people know what we're
I didn't
talking
even see it
about.
on the Nerd Effect page.
Mason is an admin on the Nerd Effect page and doesn't know what we're talking about. Like, I'm gonna take
I'm
notes.
pretty sure
I'm gonna
that
do show notes.
had not been on the Nerd Effect page. Otherwise, I would have noted.
How do you... Okay, Mike, let me ask you. How the fuck do you always know what's on our Nerd Effect page at any given point? You always seem to know,
It shows
but...
up on my Facebook all the time. Every time something's posted there, it's like, hey, there's a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does on mine too. What's
Never
your
does
deal?
for me.
You should, maybe it's because you're the creator.
The head, the creator.
But I've created lots of pages on Facebook and I get those alerts. So maybe it's just that you hate us and want to
Well, he's
ignore
like the
them?
original creator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done that.
You might check your settings on it, see if it's set up to...
Check yourself before you
show
wreck
all.
yourself, son.
Oh.
I get alerts of the page, but like it's not gonna like the page itself isn't going to alert me when something is posted to it because it's probably going to assume that one of us did it.
Well, or maybe
Now,
it
if
hates
somebody
you.
sends us
Even
a
if I
message on the
post something,
page, or
I get an
something.
alert for it.
Could be
So
that
there's
it
something
hates
in your
you.
settings.
An alert on your personal account.
You're singing Night Before Christmas right now, aren't you?
Yes.
So the screensaver behind, so the where we're sitting, the screensaver's behind Dustin, so he can't see it. And there was totally, for some reason, there's Halloween mixed in with the Christmas stuff.
But it was the Jack.
And-
It was the Jack Hill.
But it was like the background of it, like there were no
Yay,
characters.
Addams Family.
Kind of.
I watched the first Addams Family movie recently with Evie, and
That's
she liked
somebody photoshopped their family into the Addams family.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's
it's
still
fine.
awesome.
I like that we keep pointing these things out right before the pictures change, so Dustin misses it every
it. I know
time.
the TV's behind me.
Kind of
for the-
awesome.
This is yeah. This is my favorite screensaver because there's one that's a kitty and it's hiding under a hat. And
That looks like a hat Hunter S. Thompson would wear.
yeah, and it looks like the kitty's got crazy cat eyes. You know, if you have cats, you know the eyes I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The holy shit, your pupils could not get any bigger eyes. And it looks
Also
like,
known as Hunter S. Thompson eyes.
exactly. And every time I see the picture, I giggle because the kitty's just like, we can't stop here. This is bat country.
So I
Unamused kitty is unamused.
Unamused kitty is just like a pumpkin.
That too.
We should just say here. Oh, Justin missed it again. This is a fun game.
It's the Pee-Pee Mancer.
It is the Pee-Pee Mancer. Look, there's a puddle under him. Pee-pee.
okay. I has two newses. The first one I'll make quick.
Try not to interrupt you if kitties pop up behind you.
Yes.
I can't make promises. That's a penis ghost.
Jesus Christ.
It's a penis
Anyway.
ghost. Sorry.
Maybe we should just shut that screen off.
Maybe you should shut the screen off, Mike.
Okay.
Oh. Go ahead.
You want me to? I will.
No, go ahead. It's fine.
So apparently,
Go!
are we good?
Yeah.
No, I was laughing at you, not the
Okay.
screen.
I
I laugh, Dustin. It's a thing I do. I'm a happy person. Fuck you.
I'm glad I could be your laugh puppet.
Your face is a happy person. Your mom is a happy person.
Your mom's face is a happy person. Last night.
Oh!
I don't know.
My face is gonna hurt by the end of this one.
We should not do this in the mornings ever again.
Welcome to Delirium Cast 101.
No.
Okay, so the title of this article comes from TheVerge.com. Sony confirms that it's working on a PlayStation 2 emulation for the PS4.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about this.
This is pretty cool, and it was kind of discovered by accident by some people that apparently with the new Battlefront game, like if you bought the pre-order, I think it came with 3 games that were released on PS2 that you could play, but people were noticing that it actually loaded a PS2 boot screen to actually play the games,
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
and they were like, that smells like an emulator. So people did
What's an
a...
emulator smell like?
I always say that, though. That's like my thing.
Old cheese.
Yeah.
Ever since he smelled what the Rock was cooking.
So they
How
had,
many years was your license plate, jabroni?
like 10.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, basically these guys are pointing out that, so they tried to get a hold of basically PlayStation and tried to get some words. There was no official statement at that time, but now PlayStation's come out and said, yes, we're working on emulation for PlayStation 2 games,
Huzzah.
which is pretty cool because there's a lot of good PS2 games out there. First ones that come to mind are
Not many, evidently.
not many. Resident Evil 4 pops into my brain.
Nothing pops in
the-
my brain at this time of the
Marvel
day.
vs. Capcom 3, which is
Oh,
another
yeah.
one, pops into my brain. So stuff like that where people...
Dynasty Warriors 1 through 35, I think.
35? Was that real or are you
It feels like they
kidding?
release one of those every like 3 months. Like I don't.
Yeah. Not really, but close.
It's the same bullshit every time. Run and fucking slap the shit out of some people.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
the same game every time.
You
Just
run
with,
and slap the shit out of lots and lots and lots of people all at the same time.
Yes.
There's even a Gundam version of it.
Oh, yeah.
and the
Windows
Zelda
9.
version.
A Zelda version? Oh, it was the same people that made that game for the Wii, right? Yeah.
It's Dynasty Warriors Zelda. You run around as a Zelda character and beat the shit out of a lot of people
Right.
simultaneously. It's Zelda Dynasty Warriors.
I dig it.
Boom.
Oh lord.
It's a puppy wearing a crown of dandelions.
Say,
It's a Mayday puppy.
Oh, and that
That's
puppy's
my-
super happy.
that's my first happy news. Unfortunately, this doesn't bode well for PS3 because they've already basically come out and said that there's hardware compatibility issues with PS3 games.
That's because
The cell
of the cell
processors.
processors. Yeah.
Good
totally-
science, bitches. I don't know. That was my input.
So
up.
that's the issue they're facing there. I also don't know if this includes PS1 games because the PS2 could play PS1 games.
Oh my
if
god, I
remember
would
correctly,
rock the shit out of Cool Borders 4. Did you guys ever play Cool Borders 4? I don't even give a shit about snowboarding. It's a fun fucking game.
Just
What was it,
thinking about
SSX
rocking
Tricky
them,
that you rocked all the time?
Well, that's PS2.
The buddies
Yeah.
are kissing.
Oh,
Sorry.
Lord have mercy.
Which,
We should
sadly
figure out
enough-
how to upload this screensaver to our website so people can see what I'm talking about.
I still got my PS2 and handful of games. It's somebody modded it at some point, so I can't trade it in or anything. So I just kept it, and I still got my God of War and
SSX.
I'm
SSX.
sorry in advance, guys. The screensaver has clearly progressed to the fuzzy critters stage.
Also, if you'll remember, last time I said that was the PlayStation 1 game that I thought was Star Wars Force Unleashed, and then I was like, no, wait, that wasn't the PS1 game. I remembered what it was when I got home. It was Jedi Power Battles.
Oh,
Was
right.
the name of that game, where it's just kind of like a Star Wars beat 'em up,
Yep.
which is fun.
Oh, speaking of Star Wars, guess who got her tickets for opening weekend? Sorry, Angela's like, I really want to go. I'll buy your ticket and you can pay me back if you get it online today. I'm like, okay. Sorry, guys. Love you. You can come with us if you want. We're going with Diane.
Yeah, we can stand outside and wait for you to come out and spoil it for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fun. Well, Dustin's seeing it Friday, right?
Sunday.
Sunday. Oh, I'm seeing it before you. Suck it. I'm seeing it Saturday.
I might have to invest in a handgun before Star Wars comes out. Just so anybody
how
starts
about a
talking
blaster?
about it, I can just hold it to their head and go, no.
No, I'm not a dick. I'm not going to do that. However, I am seeing Hunger Games next weekend, and that's already been ruined for me. So
Of course.
Well, there was a book.
that's why it's been ruined for me. Because I read the book.
Dope.
I was leading up to that, Mason. God damn it.
Okay,
Thanks.
news number 2. This was my primary news.
Uh,
So this one isn't so much nerdy as it is local and kind of fun, I guess. So on a side note, on the sportsy side of it, the Washington Redskins have been under a bit of a controversy trying to get their
ridiculously racist logo.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like Boise High has a ridiculously racist
Oh,
logo
no, they
either.
totally do.
Now we're gonna wait.
We
for,
went there. We can say
Yeah.
that.
And then North Junior High. Next thing you know, we're gonna have some Norsemen who are gonna come by and say we don't like you using the Vikings. But
Well, I mean, people are people, not caricatures to be used for our own amusement.
yeah, but the Vikings don't exist anymore. Native Americans still
Vikings
do, but that
exist.
doesn't make it any more right.
I feel like
Vikings still exist.
I feel like
technically,
Casey
'cause
Clark
there
would
are
totally
people of Norse descent who still live to this day.
I've been to Norway, dude. Vikings exist still. I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
I would say
Let me ask you, Mason. Do you think a Viking's gonna be offended that they're being used as a football team logo?
only
Vikings also weren't ridiculously oppressed and slaughtered over the years.
Of course,
I think
there
that's where
was
the
that.
line gets drawn.
Also, Vikings were actually called Vikings. When you call somebody a redskin, that's kind of
racist.
offensive.
that's racist.
There's a huge difference
Yeah.
there. Like, I don't even know how to address this. So
Yeah.
please continue with your news story before my head explodes.
Anyway, offensive shit's happening, right? So,
Yeah.
I'm just going to read this. This comes from our local Idaho Statesman newspaper. Big City Coffee, which is a coffee shop here in
Oh,
town.
fuck.
What?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Go ahead. It's fine.
So, owner Sarah Fendley is shocked to find herself in the middle of a national controversy over the name of a football team. In July, a judge canceled the Washington Redskins' federal trademark in response to decades of opposition by Native American groups that find the team's name offensive. On October 30th, the Redskins filed an appeal using what the Washington Post dubbed the "take your panties off" defense. Okie dokie.
Continue, please.
I don't even know if they meant this as a joke, but in the brief, come on, guys. In the brief, the team questioned the government's right to pull its offensive trademark while letting others, pornography businesses, and ones that use sexy, derogatory, or otherwise risque names exist.
Can I just interject real fast
Oh,
before
believe
I
me.
forget my point?
Yes.
Here's the thing. Pornography websites are limited to people that seek them out. Redskins logos fucking everywhere. Like,
Well,
okay. Continue.
yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Listed right there in the middle of all of it, in the middle of it all, is Big City's Big Titty Blend Coffee, a product that raises funds for breast cancer awareness, education, and early detection.
Yeah, because that's really offensive.
Yeah.
I don't know why they picked this, Fendley said. Many of the businesses named are in the porn industry, but some are just legitimate businesses with a quirky sense of humor and irony, such as Jersey's Baked by a Negro Cookie Company, where cookies are historically where cookies and history collide. It's owned by an African-American, Rebecca Williams, who used the fictitious character of Melanie Darkenbody as the
Oh, goodness.
Oh, it's brilliant.
as the front of her small company. Williams is a literature professor at Essex County College in Newark, and she loves to bake. I really just make cookies for friends and family, she said, but the company has a larger mission, she says, to introduce people to African-American literature and history. Right?
Yeah.
Good message. There are other groups that use the word Negro, such as National Council of Negro Women, Williams says, so I went with that old-fashioned word. Boise's Big City Coffee at 1416 West Grove Street is a popular breakfast and lunch spot. It serves pastries, omelets, pancakes, and other fare. It's
Delicious.
It's ludicrous to now be lumped in with the take your panties off clothing and slut seeker dating service, Findlay said.
Well, and here's the other thing. Okay, so the Big Titty Coffee, raising money and awareness for breast cancer research, right?
Yes.
Baked by Negro Cookies, raising awareness for African American
American
literature. What are the Washington Redskins doing to promote awareness about the Native American population? They're not.
And all of the laundry list of troubles that most Native Americans who are on reservations still have.
Yeah.
Let me
exactly.
ask you this
Like,
then. Let me flip that on its head. Right after you said that, do you think that overall in a majority vote that the Native Americans would be like, you know what, you can keep your fucking logo as long as you start paying back some of the...
No.
No?
I think at this point they're just like, fuck you guys. We're
Yeah.
not a logo.
Yeah.
It's a racist logo. There's a difference between okay.
I'm just curious.
I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I would wager that there are no Native Americans playing on that team.
Probably not.
So it's basically people who are not of that ethnicity using an offensive caricature of a culture as a mascot, which is just offensive and racist and fucking stupid. And there's a really big difference between that and then somebody who's like, hey, I'm a black history professor who wants to use this historical word for a culture I'm a part of, and I'm also going to promote
keyword
awareness.
I'm a part of.
Yeah, I'm a part of. But also, I can almost guarantee you that she doesn't have... I know it said she had a fictitious character, but I can guarantee it's not like a super offensive caricature of...
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's not blackface,
like,
big lips.
There is...
Like old school
yeah,
1800s.
like super creepy blackface awfulness.
I actually saw it at one of our flea markets. You know how they sell like old milk bottles and old...
Yeah, no, I've
whiskey?
seen some stuff in
N-word
antique
milk.
stores. Yeah.
Right on the side of a glass bottle. I was like... And it had like the full like blackface caricature of
Yeah,
like a mammy doll.
That's
Yeah.
offensive.
Oh, like holy shit.
That's offensive. That feeling you get in your stomach that you can't really quantify in a way that would stand up in a legal court is why that's offensive. And
Yeah.
why the Redskins logo is offensive, but why someone who's using Negro
Or
in their business name
right.
and is
or
an
using the word
African-American-
titty.
Yeah, to
for
promote
breast
breast cancer.
cancer.
Like, I have titties. I don't find that offensive. You know, like it's if you're a part of the culture and you're using it in a way to promote awareness, it's not offensive. If you're not a part of the culture and you're just using it as a race of people as a mascot and reducing them to this caricature of what this super fascinating culture, you know, like that's offensive.
Also, I would like to note that it also partially promotes the idea that Native Americans are all one culture.
Yeah.
Surprise! They're not.
They're not.
There's hundreds of Native American cultures.
Also, it says right there in the logo, Redskins.
Yeah.
That's racism. That's
Yeah.
Bill Nye knows what's up. There's no race. Stop being jerks.
We're all one species, just many different tribes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not even. And there's only. Never mind. Not going to get into it.
Do it. Poke the Mason. Poke the
Fuck
Mason.
my anthropology degree!
There's
I had a really good conversation about the paleo diet yesterday, and I thought of you.
except for there is no paleo diet because people in the Paleolithic era would eat whatever they got their fucking hands on.
But I mean, when you're not busy hunting dinosaurs, there's only so many. He twitched. I made him twitch. I love this game so much.
But
It's my favorite.
there's basically only 3 major ethnicities on the planet. There's African, or as we like to call it, original flavor. And then there's white people,
Bleached flavor?
bleach, yeah, also known as vanilla. We're boring.
That's racist.
I'm part of that culture, I can say.
I know.
Um,
I was
but
trying to pretend to be the people that are.
okay.
Anyways.
And Asian. And because Native Americans technically fall in the Asian category genetically,
Because they done crossed up over the...
or went across the ocean
Yeah.
in a boat,
Or both.
or both.
It was probably both.
But that's the only 3 major divisions. Everything else is semantics. It's about what language you know, what...
It's anti-semantic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to groan at Nikki's joke.
It was a really bad joke.
And,
That's the only appropriate response to it.
but, you know, like, the language that you speak, the culture, quote unquote, you grew up in, that has nothing to do with genetics. Because the fact that I'm white, you know, if I was raised in Japan by a Japanese couple because I was adopted, I would be of Japanese culture. That doesn't make me, that makes me culturally Japanese, but not genetically Japanese.
Right, and that's the point Bill Nye makes, though.
Right. But there are 3 large divisions, but we're all the same race. It's kind of like dog breeds.
It's exactly like dog breeds.
Well, that's how he explains the video.
Yeah.
That's the Big Think video that he talks about.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen that one yet.
It actually starts out with him talking about dogs, and he's like,
Yeah.
if you bred a German Shepherd with a Chihuahua, all you get is a dog.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like the point that he makes. Like, genetically, we're all the same, but
Right.
But it's just we have different variations in tribes and cultures, and that's what
Yeah.
makes us different and valued. So,
Yeah.
wow, we just diverted really bad.
Yeah.
So when it comes to especially this Redskins thing and people who are like, it's not that big a deal, you got to keep in mind that this is very insulting to their Native American religion.
And nobody who's saying it's not a big deal is one of the people affected by it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's
So-
how this always goes.
The way I've described this to people in the past who were kind of like, you know, oh, what's the big deal? Think of this. Think if there was a sports team called the Whiteskins, and their logo.
Called the Crackers.
But keep in mind that at
So-
this point we have to have been a suppressed culture for
Well, right.
hundreds of
I'm-
years, but leading up to this.
I'm building it up a little bit here.
Okay.
Okay. So their mascot is this cartoony Jesus on a cross.
Jesus
Buddy
wasn't
Christ?
white. No,
And-
Jesus wasn't white, so it would have to be a redneck.
But except for, you know, all basically
But it's based on
Jesus
the
American
was white.
Christians view
Most-
Jesus as
Jesus
white.
wasn't
majority of
white.
white
I know he
people.
wasn't. He was from the Middle East.
And like in the game, they got like, you know, these crosses with these little doll Jesuses waving around, the dolls all flailing around and stuff like that. I mean, how
Like bobblehead.
offensive?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I think you just described the Crusades, like just, hey, Jesus!
Yeah, I mean, like, how offensive would that be to a white Christian? That's how offensive it is to
Well,
Native Americans.
the other white Christians are probably the majority of football fans.
Right.
So,
But
like,
if that team
again,
existed,
I know
like in real,
No, I know, but
it would just so get cut down.
but that's not even close because I think that because a very large number of white Christians are probably football fans. Again, making generalizations based on Merca. But I think that still wouldn't reach the level of offensiveness. Like, because that is the target demographic is, you know, 20 to 40-year-old white men living in America, which are probably Christian. Like, it, because that's just the way those demographics overlap, you know, and it's still, like, because Mason, you talk gooder than I do. You talk. Mason, talk again. Me no talk.
I just think that the Redskins should change their logo to a really sunburned white guy.
That would be good. I would like that one. You could do it like the Copper Toad ad.
Yeah.
Copper Toad ads.
Little dog pulling down the bathing suit.
Yeah. You have him pulling down a pair of football pants.
Because then you wouldn't be wrong. You'd still be the Redskins. You just like
and
the
you're
actual
making sure you're
physical
showing him as a white
aspect.
dude that's sunburned.
Can we start an online petition for this, please? I will draw up the logo. We can just stick it in. It's just a dude. Like, have you seen the Chris Pratt, like, with the raptor? Like, it's basically that with Chris Pratt and a raptor. Like, we could do it like a guy like that and just like a puppy pulling, like...
Yeah, he could have the football in one arm and be like this with his other finger.
Yeah. He's holding his finger up to his lips seductively. No, we should really start an online petition for this, because it would be really great if we could get enough people to vote on it that it would legit become their new logo.
But they're a private organization, so they never have to take it. But.
Yeah, I know, but it would be really funny. Oh, God, like, I pictured it in my head vividly.
So, to wrap up this story, because I know we're thin on time.
Jesus,
Findlay started her nonprofit Joe Cans Coffee for a Cause. So she sells coffee in a can that $1 of each can sold actually goes to benefit the Susan G. Komen Foundation. And she recently started doing CrossFit and is working with a nonprofit called Barbells for Boobs.
Super pro breast cancer research.
So she started doing that because her friend had breast cancer, who I guess back in 2012 passed away. So now she helps raise money for the Susan G. Komen Foundation by just making clever names for her cans. She's got the Brazilian Brew, the Big Titty Blend, and Double Decaf. Come on, that's fucking classy.
Double Decaf is pretty funny. Yeah.
That's fucking classy, man. And $1 of each of those cans of coffee that she sells goes right to.
They're in cans.
Yeah, Joe Cans.
Joe Mama's cans.
Oh.
So if you're in Boise, go visit Big City Coffee. High five somebody over there and buy a can of coffee, because it's good stuff.
And the Redskins are ridiculous.
Yeah, because I guarantee you they're not doing anything clever with their logo that's going to benefit anybody. I'm sure they do. I'm sure the players get involved with like kids foundations and stuff like that.
Here's
but
the
it's
other
like,
thing, though, is even when football players, like when you see during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, they wear like pink on the field. Mm-hmm. They're not actually raising money for breast cancer awareness. They're just wearing pink.
Yeah.
You buying that pink shit the month of October, most of it doesn't actually go to breast cancer research. It's just people knowing that if they make something pink during that month, more people are going to buy it. Yeah. That's the thing, is buying pink shit during Breast Cancer Awareness Month doesn't actually do anything for breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, but usually sports organizations will do something like
most of them don't.
Like 5% of the sales of the tickets go towards breast cancer research for that particular game.
Not for the whole month, though. Like they'll wear those pink gloves, and people are like, oh, they're doing so much for breast cancer. No, they're not. They're wearing pink gloves. Sorry.
I would like to do more research into that.
I was reading an article about it the other day. I'll find it and we'll send it to you. Like, it made me really mad. It's the thing.
Because that would make me mad. If
Mike is ready to go with his.
He's seething, seething at the gums.
No, he's seething at the gums.
Anyway, go, Mike.
If we really need to, I'll just do my part on the next show and then take off, and you guys can finish out.
You'll be fine, Mike.
We'll be good on time.
It's gonna be okay, buddy.
Yes, I know.
Go.
Don't worry.
So,
about a thing.
Mike. Mike Morgan, the newsy guy.
It's gonna be alright.
Okay. So, many people throughout the world have issues with memory.
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot what you were saying.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I really am one of those people. I make jokes when I'm concerned.
Yeah. Anyway. I'm bringing up this story because, I kind of need it, too.
Yeah.
So, recalling, forming, and retrieving memories, especially after suffering from a traumatic brain injury, or TBI, in the U.S., in the U.S. alone, is thought to be around 1.7 million civilians that will be diagnosed with TBI in the next year. In addition to that, we estimate that there are around 300,000 soldiers that have suffered injuries since the year 2000.
I'm sure.
In light of this, the U.S. military has poured substantial amounts of resources into finding a way to ease these problems,
Good.
setting up a Restoring Active Memory, or RAM, program. So, basically...
Total Recall? Can we please call it Total Recall? Like, they're really missing out on an opportunity here. Like,
We can remember
And have
before you
Arnold
wholesale.
Schwarzenegger endorse it.
yes. They should call it
Exactly.
Total Recall. Like, this is a flaw in their plan.
So, yeah,
It's
so
called
the...
RAM, actually.
Oh, that is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
That's actually
So,
pretty good.
yeah, so the U.S. military is actively working on a memory implant for quote-unquote wounded soldiers.
It brings a little silicon tear to my cyberpunk eye.
Yes.
Mason wants to know how much extra memory he can get.
Oh my God, yes.
Just start slapping RAM sticks into your head.
I
is-
actually have really shitty memory, so I would be all over that.
Problem is, you have to get your chips changed out every couple of years to upgrade, to keep up with the new technology.
That's
Well,
fine.
and not
Just
only
make
that,
it a
but
universal.
Human,
Just the USB.
human memory. I was seeing the same where they showed this computer, and it was like a whole room, which 30 years ago was normal for a computer. But this is like a modern computer that it's so powerful that it fills an entire room. And it took that computer, it was like 44 minutes to calculate like 1 second of
Yeah.
human brain processing.
No, the
So,
human brain is
I'd be curious to see
stupid
like
powerful.
what's required to make this plausible.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking, like if I was to go out and get one today, I'd get like a 128 gigabyte.
Is it
version,
actually
and,
memory storage,
Like
or
in
is it a
2 years'
thing to-
time, it's like, well, you should have gotten the 4 terabyte one. What are you doing with this?
Yeah.
So little memory.
Is
Yeah.
this actually
Mhm.
additional storage, or is it something to kickstart
So,
your brain, basically?
The way they describe it is basically it's in addition to your regular memory. So when the neurons stop correctly talking to each other, then the idea is that the chip will take over and allow you to still continue to recover and create new memories.
Okay, so it's basically a thing that's triggering your brain to continue working.
Right.
That's
Okay.
what it sounds like.
Okay. I do like the idea of USB drives in your forehead, though.
Yeah.
If they could just figure out how to, like, they would be even harder to figure out which way to plug it in, because you wouldn't be able to see it.
Well, it's a USB drive. The third
Try
time
it
you
for-
plug it
yeah.
in is the right
It
way.
exists in multiple dimensions. It's fine.
Quantum USB drives.
Yes.
Yeah, so trying to see what other points of. Okay, yeah, part of this project too. So part of this too is if you have an implant interface that works with your memory, then they're also hoping that this technology can be used in conjunction with prosthetics.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. What I wonder is if there's a difference between the way that this would work with somebody who's had a traumatic brain injury versus someone who has, say, Alzheimer's or dementia. Like, I wonder if this
Yeah,
technique would work for those kinds of memory issues.
So on the article, they are specifically mentioning traumatic brain injuries. They didn't mention anything about because Alzheimer's is the first thing I thought of, but there
Yeah.
was no mention of it in the article.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's, though, is sort of a progressive disease, so even with this type of technology, it's kind of hard to say whether or not that would be able to do any
I'd be
difference.
curious to see, though.
Yeah, but also, besides having the controlling the limbs as a prosthetic, this type of interface would also allow you to feel input from the prosthetic.
Oh,
and-
wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot. Basically, it's a lot closer to having a natural limb
Which,
as a.
again, especially
being replaced
with
by prosthetic.
vets who've suffered traumatic brain injuries and have, oftentimes there's limbs missing associated with that, so that they would extra benefit from it. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
So the next problem becomes, how do me and Mason incur some sort of traumatic brain injury without killing ourselves.
Okay, here's what you do.
I don't need the brain injury.
So, no, here's what you do. Mike, you stand down
voluntarily
at
plug
that
one
end
of
of
these
the
things
hall.
in.
Yeah, right.
Mason, you stand down at that end of the hall. You guys put your heads down. You just run at each other. Get both of you in one fell
And then we
swoop.
film it and put it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. That'd be so sweet. William would make so much money.
No, he wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't make any money. And then you guys would just be like derpy with no money to...
Just remember, being a nerd doesn't necessarily mean you have common sense. That's all we're saying.
But I do.
I know, but that's it.
What's really funny is that common sense is the least common of the senses.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's pretty cool.
So yes, one step closer to Johnny Mnemonic and cybernetic limbs. Awesome.
Had to dump a chunk of long term.
Yep.
What?
You guys are silly.
Yes.
Yes.
It's Mason.
Yes.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
The end. My turn. Oh my god, no, I'm just kidding, buddy. It's okay. Go on your rant.
So it's not a rant. It's okay.
It's explosive diarrhea of goodness.
That sounds like a bad thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to go with that one
Is
either.
that kind of like
Dustin.
that unicorn
With the-
pooping out soft serve ice cream?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what that's
What?
even for? Like, have you ever actually sat there and watched the video all the way through?
Oh yeah,
Oh my
no,
God.
it's for a stool for when you're pooping.
Yeah.
That move your legs to the right position so that you poop better.
The squatty.
Oh.
The squatty.
Yes.
And they illustrate this point with a creepy ass puppet unicorn that poops out soft serve, and then at the end they give the ice cream poop to children. It's a great video. I highly recommend.
And done. Okay.
I'm writing this down for the show notes too.
So
Unicorn poop.
Yay.
as
Maybe that
well,
should be on
anyone
our
who
Christmas
knows
list.
me, anyone who knows me, knows that I've been basically playing Fallout 4 since the day it came out.
It's like I don't even know you at all.
And
I'm surprised he's even here.
I know, actually, yeah.
I could be well, yeah. What am I doing here? I could be playing Fallout 4
I could be
Bye, guys.
sleeping. Fuck you guys.
or sleeping. Sleeping's always good.
Yeah, I like sleeping.
But
Do you play Fallout 4 in your sleep?
no,
Or is it like when you play enough Tetris and you just start having dreams about bricks? Like
You wake up
dream-
I dream in I
do,
dream
do,
in the
do,
post-apocalypse. Atom bomb baby. Anyway,
Fallout 4?
Fallout 4. It's Fallout 4, and it's really awesome.
And it's Fallout 4.
And it's Fallout 4, and
Apparently Mason doesn't know about the teddy bear gun.
I haven't touched or looked at mods at all yet. It's my first playthrough. I don't mod my first playthrough. But yeah, so far, the storyline is a good storyline, but it suffers from everything that all Bethesda storylines suffer to. I call it the look, a butterfly effect.
That's every day in my life.
Because you get out of the vault and you have the thing you're gonna do, and then side quests and exploring happen, and like the quest they give you in this one's really urgent, and I'm not gonna spoil anything because I'm not a jerk. But the side quest is something that is apparently really urgent to your character. But it's a main quest in a Bethesda game. You'll get to it later. But that's the problem with all Bethesda open world RPGs. The combat system, in my opinion, is a lot better because VATS does not pause combat anymore. It just combat goes into slow motion when you use VATS. Your ability to actually play shooters matters nowadays. Enemies are annoyingly smarter than they used to be.
Story of my life.
Like the enemies actually know how to use cover and don't just run blindly into your hail of gunfire.
Aw.
I've used a lot more grenades already in this Fallout than I think I ever have in any Fallout before.
Big bada boom. I bet if you got that teddy bear gun, you'd be good.
And it's okay. I have a I have a really nice silenced submachine gun that also has explosive bullets.
That doesn't shoot teddy bears.
But yeah. So as far as the combat, they've improved it. I like the new skill system, or lack of skill system, the new special system, I should say. Because you're still special, like you always have been in Fallout.
You're a special snowflake.
And you have, and you put points into the stats, but then the points in the stats allow you to unlock different traits, feats, talents. I don't know what you want to call them. Perks, yeah.
Or do they have separate perks?
They don't have separate perks. These are technically the perks.
Okay.
But you don't have, like, oh, man, I have to have a 50 lockpick to open this lock, and my lockpick's fucking 49.
Oh, my God, yes.
I
hate that.
There are...
I'm like the only one in the room that can relate to him. So.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
That's
so I'm looking at my news.
So you have... brain hurting. So like you just have levels, and yeah, there's like when you're at lower levels of lockpicks, there are lockpicking. There are locks you can't pick, but not as many because it basically always wants to let you try. It's really hard to pick the harder locks when you have no points in lockpicking.
Would you say it's similar to lockpicking in Skyrim? Like you get if you're low skill and you get that master lock, and if you get the lockpick in just that one perfect position, you can still get it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Except for it works with the screwdriver and bobby pin and how it used to work in Fallout 3 in New Vegas, as far as the mechanic goes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the graphics are better, except for Bethesda body.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you can now adjust your character's bulk and how much of it is fat and how much of it is muscle, or you can have a lack of bulk.
I've noticed that's like one of my favorite things I've seen on the internet now is people actually morphing the face to look like actual, like somebody actually made a face to look like John Cena's. They actually made one that looked like Beavis and Butthead.
Oh.
Yeah. No, the face creator is awesome. The bodies are still Bethesda body. They still have that. There's something really off about them, but you can't quite describe it.
Mm-hmm.
That Bethesda animation has. So,
that's okay. Give it a few months. Somebody will mod a new body you can throw.
Yeah. Oh, there's already nude mods from what I've heard.
Yep, like within 2 days.
Yeah.
I think.
I haven't seen any yet. I'll have to look. I can't even play the game yet. Damn it. Okay, go ahead.
So you may as well look at screenshots of naked women in Fallout 4.
Sure.
Okay.
There
is real porn out there. I'm just going to put that out.
It's not as satisfying.
All right.
The opposite of how that's supposed to be.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, for the most part, it's still an excellent game. You know, like there are little gripes about it, but nothing that would stop me from playing it, nothing that would stop me from absolutely recommending it to basically everybody, because it's more of a shooter now. I think that's Bethesda just trying to placate console players more. Because, you know, short attention spans and the inability to play role-playing games.
I just don't have the time.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, like, console plebeians in general.
Do I not fall into that category?
Yes, you are a console plebeian.
Well,
but,
thank you.
He was pretending to not be knocking on you while also knocking on you more.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, overall, awesome game. Also, the crafting systems are awesome.
I like crafting.
Like
He's sold.
I'm crocheting as we're talking.
Yeah, but like the ability, like how like the customizability of the weapons and armor and bases and everything is just way cool.
You mentioned all your base art belong to me.
Yes. Like my current game, I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 settlements that I'm managing.
Did somebody set us up the bomb? That's never mind. Do you guys actually know what that's from?
You have
all
no
your
chance
base-
to survive. Make your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
I know.
You were staring at me blankly. We're fighting.
No, I was going through my head going, is there a settlement with a bomb in it in Fallout 4?
Oh no!
No, that was just Fallout 3 with Megaton.
I was taking the all your base are belong to us to.
To the next level, yes.
Yes.
No, I was still in Fallout mode because Fallout more important. So yeah, generally awesome. Completely cool game that deserves to be the best selling game of all time. Like it's already well on its way to being. So yeah,
Game of the year?
yeah.
Game of the decade.
Sorry, Witcher 3, you're a really close second.
I heard the new Tomb Raider game's really good too.
Oh right, there's other games coming out right now for some unknown reason.
I saw the trailer for that game, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it pops up, and it's like Tomb Raider. I'm like, I just got excited about a Tomb Raider game.
No, the new Tomb Raider
Yeah,
games
it
with the
looks
reboot.
awesome.
Well, no, starting with the last Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
The reboot of Tomb Raider is actually a lot better than.
It's like a completely
It's not just,
redesigned
hey,
mechanic.
look, you can make Laura Croft crawl.
Yeah,
That's
no.
like, I used to walk in my brother's room, and I'd be like, what are you doing? He's like, playing Tomb Raider. And it was just like her crawling or jumping. And I'm like, you're not playing
Yeah,
Tomb
and
I know what you're doing.
in the original PlayStation versions of the game, she had like tank controls. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, the new Tomb Raider games are far better than the old booty shorts and.
She actually is dressed practically.
Yes.
Yeah, sort of like why I
and
get
actually
excited about the
kind
new
of sort of
Batgirl.
looks like she could physically exist in real life.
Yeah,
And
without
not fall
snapping
over.
in half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you picturing from Squee? This, yeah.
No.
I can't reach my back.
Yeah, but no. And then also, let's see. It is currently. Let's see. It's
12:08.
yes, but midnight, 4 a.m. Yeah, the Girls' Generation concert
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
finished about 6 hours ago in Korea. Their Fantasia concert, which was Saturday and Sunday night in Seoul, Korea, sold out both days. That's why they needed a second day. And is yeah. So yeah, Go Girls Generation, and I'm hoping to see videos by tomorrow morning on the internet of the concert.
Congratulations.
Yes,
It's my turn now.
yes.
You sure you're done?
I can go on about Girls'
I
Generation
know
or
you
Fallout.
can. That's why I'm checking.
Okay.
So,
But it was just a little shout out to them this time. No, not a big thing.
shout out to your face. That's my segue into my news.
Oh,
Because my
because
news,
is it about faces?
it is. A U.S. firefighter has had the world's most extensive face transplant. Actually, really fucking awesome when you look at the pictures of this. So, a gentleman who was a firefighter was attempting to rescue a woman who he thought was trapped in a building and ended up, it doesn't say what degree, oh yeah, it does, 3rd degree burns over his entire face and scalp. And when you see pictures, his before picture, basically it looks like his eyes scarred over to the point where it looks like they had to cut holes in the skin so he could still see.
Man.
This poor man didn't have ears. You know, like it almost at the risk of sounding calloused, it almost looks like a picture of Voldemort. Like his nose is kind of like it just hurts to look at this poor man trying to save somebody from fire.
Yeah.
Crazy ass burns all over his face. So he was in surgery for a cyclist was fatally injured in an accident who, after months of this firefighter being on a transplant list looking for somebody who's similar complexion, similar hair color to what he had before his accident, this guy passed and was a matching donor. And he was in surgery for 26 hours. Yeah, this is the most extensive face transplant in history. I mean, I'm sure you guys remember I reported back in like May that a woman met a guy who got her brother's face. This is even more extensive than that. So he was waiting for someone who was the same blood type too.
Yeah.
Basically, they transplanted. He's gonna have to be obviously on anti-rejection drugs his entire life now. But now he's got hair, eyebrows. It says he's got stubble, so he's getting beard hair, ears, eyelids, like lips. He's gonna have to go back in to get more operations to kind of bring things in to make it fit better.
Right.
But yeah, everything, basically everything was transplanted, and the after picture, this guy looks great. They're gonna go in and they're gonna, like, his eyelids also have some extra skin in them, so they're gonna remove that to make them more functional. But he's a father of 5, a firefighter. Like, this guy, I can't even imagine his family's reaction to seeing this.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredible. But I think it said like over 90 days past the surgery, and he's doing great.
Good.
Better than they expected him to. He's able to use the eyelids to blink. Like, they were able to connect things. Like, he's gonna have facial expressions again.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Because let's be honest, Face Off, totally unrealistic.
Well, yeah.
Despite what Dustin wants. Oh yeah, so he's 93 days post-op as of when this article was written.
Okay.
The amount of tissue transplanted had never been done before, and the guy looks like he's doing great. And I'm excited to see the updates. And that was it. It was just really exciting medical news. Face transplants.
Yes.
Your mom's a face.
Damn it, Mike. That's the end of my news.
Way to take a delightfully serious article and just...
I was just in a sandwich of fucking Girls' Generation and Mike jokes. Mike's like, you're welcome. I saw that face.
I do what I can. All right. We should probably end this show and start the next one, because Mike's got to leave soon.
I'm Mike. I have a job that I have to go to.
So anyway.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this version of the news. We had a lot of good stuff this week, I think.
Yes. Peace out, bitches.
I guess
So, hey, catch us on the stuff.
catch us on the stuff and the things. Hey, if you got time, you should go onto iTunes and give us a positive review. We
realized we don't have any.
Yeah, we have 0 reviews.
No reviews. We know you're listening because you're hearing us say this.
We want your love and affection.
We have no way of quantifying who the hell listens to us. All we know is that all of a sudden our Facebook page hit 400 people.
Yeah.
So
Probably because we share a lot of cool stuff, whether you listen to us or not.
We think we're fucking hilarious.
Yes.
It's nice to know that some other people do too. We would love to hear your feedback on the podcast.
Yeah, give us some love on iTunes. Give us some love on Stitcher. And
we love you back.
wherever else you want to give us
We
love
love you
at.
long time.
Nikki will. But
Well, now wait
And
a
Dustin,
minute.
he's a cheap date.
Are we whoring me out? Because that's not a thing I signed up for.
I'm whoring Dustin out.
Okay, yeah, no, Dustin, love you long time.
sure, why not?
I mean, if that's your
So
thing,
Dustin's
hey.
going to give him a Jenny?
Oh, Christ, yeah. The whole reason I even sent that was because Jen had received an envelope from BSU in the mail that said Jenny Violet on it. And I was like, oh, Jenny, huh? And then I snapped
He
a picture.
accidentally sent it to us.
Because you guys were the last group I was talking to, and
And the message was
inadvertently-
just, Jenny, huh? And
And then I immediately said, oops, that was for my wife.
75309.
yeah. And
She hates that name, that's
just
why.
degraded into us typing out song lyrics and phone numbers. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So Dustin's going to give you a Jenny,
Oh, Christ.
which Mike decided was, what did you decide it was?
No, I said, hey, is that your code word for
Tossing
rim
salad?
job? Tossing a salad, yeah.
Which I don't know
Which
why
is a
your
code
brain
job
went
for
there.
a rim. Was his code word for a rim job. So.
Yeah.
I don't know why your brain went there of all places, but that's cool. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because you're Mike.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is the reason.
Okay. Got to clarify that. Anyways,
All right, for the Nerd Effect News Show, we have been,
Macamogan.
Mason Ireland.
Nikki, there's a puppy on the screen, Prindle.
and I'm Dustin Vancour, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.